Happy Sunday, everyone, and happy Mother's Day to all you soon-to-be, new-to-being, and old hands at being a mommy out there. Uh, since it is Mother's Day, I thought I'd share this short story with you. I wrote it several years ago for a parenting magazine. I've since revised it, and I thought I would share it with you today, and it's called Things They Never Told Me. I hope you enjoy it. When I was a young and expectant mother, I was often told of all the things I would gain once my bundle of joy arrived. But it turned out there were many more things they never told me. I was told about the joys of motherhood, the deep sense of accomplishment I would feel, the unbridled love that I would have for this unformed human being. But of the things I would lose? Never. I was never informed that I would completely lose my mind at some point after I had children, nor did anyone mention that all small children have the ability to take a rational, intelligent person and turn their minds into oatmeal. No one ever warned me that one day I would lock myself in my bedroom to stomp my feet, shake my head, and throw a tantrum that would have impressed my 3-year-old if he had seen it. I was completely unprepared to lose my figure, my fashion sense, and the ability to brush my hair with any degree of accuracy. I had a busy day, you know. My children had to learn to walk, talk, and climb, and each day was filled with a new and unexpected adventure in motherhood. I would like to have had dinner ready on the table each night and the house clean and orderly, but instead I'm rushing to and fro, frantically chasing my children through the house, desperately trying to bathe them before bedtime and not bring the layers of grime they have accumulated through an eventful evening in the garden, pulling at my flowers into their own bed. Once, long ago in the era before children, I had been a smart and funny person with an expansive vocabulary and decent social skills. But my light sense of humor and engaging conversational skills were completely lost on these small beings that ran amok in my house and left trails of food and clothing for me to follow like Hansel and Gretel through this new and uncharted territory I was wandering through. I was never warned that stupid things would just fall out of my mouth like water from a faucet, and I'd be completely helpless to stop them. Take that apple out of your ear. Don't drink from the water's dog bowl. Don't lick the cat. Who says these things? Obviously, I do. But must these comments come so frequently? I was never warned that I would be dealing with tiny dictators who would be completely unwilling to compromise with any reasonable request made by their siblings. And no one ever mentioned that the only thing worse than my children fighting would be them getting along, as I discovered the day I walked into the bathroom to find my 8-year-old son cutting my 4-year-old daughter's hair up past her ears because he was trying to be nice and she wanted to play beauty parlor. Or the day my daughters climbed into the tub together to tie-dye themselves with my makeup because they wanted to be pretty. I was never warned that the only thing worse than the screeching screams echoing through my house of a full-on sibling war would be dead silence. That nothing could bring on waves of terror like a quiet house could induce. As I would tear through my house, looking for where the sounds of silence was coming from and fearing what new madness finding it would bring. I wasn't prepared to walk through the perilous pitfalls of puberty with my sons, and then later find out it was a completely different set of parameters for girls. I was never warned that one day I would roam through my house with a hammer and screwdriver taking every door off its hinges, so I would never again have to hear one of my teenagers slam a door shut. I did leave the bathroom door if you're interested, but it was a close call. Nor was I ever told about how to deal with the sense of loss I would feel when first one child and then another left, until I sat alone in what was beginning to feel like an empty house as they went out to make new lives of their own. I wasn't prepared for the tinges of sadness over the loss of dirty hands on my clean walls, of doors back on their hinges, towels hanging unperturbed on their hooks, or the peaceful sounds of silence that brought no hidden menace. Holding my first grandchild in my arms, I looked at my daughter's doting smile and I thought to myself, I could share these things with her, warn her of the pitfalls and perils of parenthood, warn her of the things to come. But looking down at my grandson, sleeping so peacefully, I paused. Nah, why would I want to spoil all that fun? All right, everyone. That's it. That's the story. I hope it gave you a little bit of a giggle. I hope I didn't terrify any of you new mommies out there with it. And anyway, I hope you guys have a great Mother's Day and spend it with your family and children and mothers and so on and so forth. And I'll see you again next week. Bye, everyone.